All right, I've kind of come to a bit of a rougher bar, but it has a legendary bathroom. Now, together, Pewdiepie are gonna fight hate. Let's go. Okay. Up until last week, there was actually a swastika up here. I'm doing my part, Pewds. One stall at a time. Well, outside of my obvious spelling error on the signs I decided to hang in that bar, I'm out there doing my part. To be honest, there's a moment in that footage where you can tell I'm genuinely disappointed that the giant swastika had been washed off the wall. It had become a bit of a meme after being there for maybe 3 weeks. And I briefly considered redrawing it for the film, but obviously I did not, and did not draw it in the first place. So Pewds and I are out there fighting the good fight. There's a couple other locations I want to hit tonight just to spread the good word. And I know that it's already the talk of the bar. Why is this T-Series versus Pewdiepie a big deal? Well, I think it's because it, in a lot of ways, represents this corporate versus, like, new YouTube versus old YouTube. Who is T-Series? It's essentially an Indian music channel that would be like if all the Vivo channels would combine into one. They would probably be the most subscribed YouTube channel. Although it's hard to say because I wouldn't subscribe to a Vivo channel, so I would end up getting 100 notifications a day. That's not what I want. But in a lot of ways, like I said, PewDiePie is actually my earliest memory of YouTube. I heard of PewDiePie before I ever heard of YouTube. It was like, oh, you gotta check out this guy playing like Happy Wheels or something like that. And then I'm like, where do you do that? Oh, on this site called YouTube. And that was like freaking maybe 10 years, 15 years ago. It's forever ago. And he's always represented, I think, us, the you in YouTube, us regular creators, the folks who are out here just doing what we can to grind. And I figured, even though I don't have a huge following and I couldn't rent a truck to drive around town, I would do my part and make sure I let people know why it's important they subscribe to PewDiePie. I personally find his content very interesting. The man has grown. We've watched him basically grow up from just a kid on YouTube to an adult or a man, sort of. And he's always maintained his humbleness from what I've seen. He's always continually working to reinvent himself, to change his content, to stay ahead of the times and be a trendsetter here on YouTube, whether it's his Poppy Harlow, his Pew News, or, the meme. The latest thing is the meme review, the meme killer known as PewDiePie. He's always up in front of whatever latest trends are. It's because he's setting them. But he never flexes his money on people. I mean, it's a meme when he's out doing his regular grocery shopping. He's just a regular dude. And obviously, I don't know him off camera. I'm going to assume that if he was a complete D-bag, that would be out there by now. It's actually incredible that somebody's been online as long as him and only had a few tiny screw-ups. And as a content creator, I've aligned myself with PewDiePie several times deeply over the past few years. The biggest time was during the Wall Street Journal adpocalypse and the story and the bridge incident. I don't think PewDiePie is a villain. I think he said something, but just because you say something doesn't make you, that type of thing. Dropping the N-word does not make you a racist. You might have said a racist thing. But I think, again, given the fact that the man's online, he's the biggest personality on YouTube. If he really was a piece of garbage, then we'd all know. And I just, in a time that, we see corporations taking over YouTube, it's inevitable that somebody will pass PewDiePie. It will probably be T-Series. But I view this in a lot of ways as kind of our last push to keep the U in YouTube, to keep our king, whether you love him or hate him, he's still the king of YouTube. And he is the king of us, the smaller creators. I could never even imagine having 1 million subscribers, let alone 70 million. That is a number that is unfathomable to me. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I bet you there's a few hundred of you that aren't subscribed to PewDiePie, or you watch his videos and you're just not subscribed. Well, maybe now is a good time to just subscribe in solidarity and know that PewDiePie, like I said, whether you love him or hate him, he represents the individual, the you in the YouTube, us creators, and the consumers of that content. There's really two sides of YouTube. There's the corporate, Fox and the Today shows and the Tonight shows and all this crap that you could see on TV. And then there's old YouTube, which is where I'm at. I don't watch like mainstream television on YouTube. I watch YouTubers, and PewDiePie has stood up and taken a lot of losses on the chin and always remained pretty humble. After having his show canceled, he didn't get out there and whine about it. He just kept on going. The work ethic, the amount of years, the amount of videos that Pewds has put out there is incredible. And, I wouldn't necessarily be, to be totally honest, I am a fan of his content. A big fan of the meme review, maybe not every series. I started out liking the Let's Plays, the scare stuff, like a lot of people did, but I grew out of that. And PewDiePie's content changed as well. It grew and it became, more poignant, more topical, with his news coverage and the meme reviews and stuff like that. This is what I'm into now, and I'm gonna make sure I head over to my parents' house. I think the 9-year-old market has been hit pretty strongly, so I feel like some of us other creators need to get in there and throw our hat in the ring and support PewDiePie. And I realized that I actually had a second account, just a personal Gmail account, and it wasn't subscribed to PewDiePie. So at least I can, at this point, let's bring it up. So we just go here and subscribe. Why not hit the bell too? There we go. There's one more for you, Pewds. And I don't know if T-Series is using a sub bot. I've seen some strange things happen where this went up by 9,000 subscribers in 1 second. It could just be a weird API thing. But let's hope that we can continue to push PewDiePie and let the world know that we still care about the you and YouTube, and pass on this corporate YouTube interlopers. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.